Okay, what's this? Obviously a conifer, right? So how do we know? Because it has cones and needles. Good.
And scaled branches.
So even if you were given this guy here on your left, the juniper, you would still know it's a conifer because of the needles, right? So remember, these guys have cones and they have needles. And the needles can be like these guys, smooth and pointy, or they could be like this guy, which is flat and round and scaly. All right? All right, you guys okay if I switch? Okay. Okay. What is this? It's an angiosperm. Yes, it's a flowering plant. How did we know that? The fruits and flowers. Good. The fruits and flowers. Pretty obvious, right? Fruits and flowers. All right, you guys okay if I switch?
Will we have to know the anatomy of the flowers along with the fruit?
Okay, no, you don't need to know the anatomy of the flower, but you need to be able, A, to say it's an angiosperm or a flowering plant, and then now what we're doing, monocot or dicot. All right, so what one's this? It's a dicot. How did you know that? 4 or 5 petals. What about the leaves? They're branched, right? What's the technical name for it, just so we can review? Net venation. Okay? We have petals in 4s or 5s, and those leaves are branched. And the technical term for branched is net venation. Okay? What is this guy? It's a monocot. How do you know? The veins in the leaves are parallel, and the petals are in 3s. The veins in the leaves are parallel, and the petals are in groups of 3s. Guys, all right if I switch? Okay. Now, before we move on to this one, make sure you guys remember that if you are given a plant, it may or may not have flowers on it. So you must be able to tell based on veins alone if it does not have flowers, okay? If it has the flowers as well, it makes it a little bit easier for you. All right, but you may get a plant that does not have any flowers on it.
Can you go back to the one before?
Sure.
Because the plant looks good. The bottom left
Yeah?
looks like it has a neck thing, but it's veins.
No, they're actually parallel to one another. If it was a net venation, it would have branches off of this. Sorry, I'm trying not to get it on Ellen's head here. You'd have branches off of this middle one here. Okay, see how in this one, Susan, they come right off the middle guy?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the branching. All right, can we go back to the slide part? Okay, so is this a monocot or a dicot?
Monocot or monocot?
It's a monocot. How did you know? Scattered vascular bundles. Scattered vascular bundles. Very good. okay if I switch? Okay, monocot or dicot? Dicot. How did we know that? The rings. Now, this guy in the upper right, very obviously a dicot, right? It's got continuous rings to it. Now, this guy here and this guy here, okay, those are your curvaceous dicots. Okay, remember those guys are in a broken ring. Okay? You guys just need to know whether it's a monocot or a dicot. But I'm just explaining for those of you who might confuse this with a monocot. Okay? See, it's still ringed, but they're just broken up. Okay, they're not all connected to one another. Is it okay if I switch it? Got it there, Donna? Okay, so we're going to put up the phases of mitosis, and you guys have to tell me what phase of mitosis it is. All right? What is this? Prophase. Good. How did we know it was prophase? How did we know it was prophase? Yeah, the genetic material's in the center, but the nuclear membrane is gone. Okay? The genetic material is there, but the nuclear membrane has disappeared.
Will we be seeing this like a sheet of paper, or will we go through a...
Microscope. Yeah. Has disappeared. Is that right if I switch? Yep. What's this one? Telophase. Good. How do we know it was telophase?
Two separate ones.
Okay. We have almost two separate cells. Okay, that's the easiest way to tell, right? So we have the division in here. So we're starting to get two separate cells to it. What did we jokingly say this one looks like?
Boobs.
Boobs, right? This is the boob stage. Okay. You guys alright if I switch? Okay, what one's this? Interphase. Okay, so this is not a phase of mitosis, but it's up there so that you can distinguish it from prophase. And what is the difference between this and prophase?
This has the membrane.
Yes, see the nuclear membrane in here? This dark line? Okay, that's how you can tell this one from prophase. Alright, it has that nuclear membrane in it. You okay if I switch it, guys?
Yeah.
What's this one? Anaphase. Good. How'd you know it was anaphase? Yeah, it's pulling apart, right? So it looks like the little fingers in here. Okay, they're being pulled apart. You guys okay if I switch? Stephanie, you got it? What's this one? Metaphase. That's probably the easiest one, right? How did we know it was metaphase? It's right in the middle, right? Right in the middle. You Sorry, I don't know why it repeated itself. We're going to talk about that when we go through the study again. Okay, so what organism is this? Planaria. You should know that because you drew it, right? This planaria. How did you know it was planaria? Because of the oracles, yes. Okay. This guy has the little eyes and the sphere or triangular shaped head. Okay. We also call this guy Dugezia. Okay, so planaria Dugezia. Dugezia. It's D-U-G-E-S-I-A. Alright, so it's got two names. Planaria. You guys alright if I switch?
Yep.
What is this? Oh, it's, yeah. So spores go with what kingdom? Fungi. Thank you. Fungi. What kind of fungi is it? Tricky one. What one? Ah, what kind of mold? Black bread mold. So the technical name is rhizopus. Rhizopus. How did you know? Okay, well, none of you really did, so let me talk. Alright? These guys right here. Alright, remember these lollipop-looking guys? Right, you had to draw this. Okay? This circle, or the head of the lollipop, is the sporangia. Okay, the sporangia. Bless you. Because you can see the sporangia and then the sticks, which are the hyphae. Okay? So you have the sporangia and the hyphae. That's what tells you it is rhizopus. Are you guys alright if I switch? Yes?